One important difference in situational leadership is that the focus is not necessarily on the leader, but on the person being led. This means that choosing the right leadership style will depend very much on the team member. How do situational leaders choose the right leadership style? The leader's choice of style can be driven by the experience, ability, and commitment of the team member. Now we will take a closer look at the levels of experience and motivation of the person being led. What does that mean? How can it change over time? We will begin by looking at 4 levels of experience and motivation. These 2 main attributes of the development level of team members are also on a continuum. This identifies varying degrees of motivation and experience. The first level is what we can call D1. This could describe a team member who may be lacking the specific skills required for the job at hand, and may lack confidence or motivation to accomplish it. Our next level of experience and motivation is one we can call level D2. This may describe a team member that has some relevant skills, but may not be able to do the job without help. Also, the task or the situation may be new to them. Moving along our continuum, we can identify our next level as D3. This could describe a team member who is experienced and capable, but may lack the confidence to go it alone, or to perform a task that is unfamiliar. They may also lack the skill or motivation to do it well or quickly. The level D4 represents the team member who may have the highest level of experience and motivation. This may describe a team member who is experienced at the job, and comfortable with their own ability to do it well. This could describe someone who is even more skilled at a given task than the leader. These 4 areas of development are not absolute, and it is likely that team members will show some degree of all 4, at some time. To get the most of situational leadership, a leader should be informed on how to operate effectively using various leadership styles, and how to determine the development level of others. We all know that real people on our team are going to probably be more complex. They will probably not fit into these specific categories. We can visualize these levels in another way. You may have a team member that is somewhere between D1 and D2. We can call this person the enthusiastic beginner. This person may have low experience, but a high level of motivation. The person may be new to public service and is excited about the opportunity. At the same time, this person has not been in the position long enough to learn the ropes. Or, maybe this team member has been placed in a position, but has never worked with this kind of technology. Another example of a person who could be between the D1 and D2 level we can call the disillusioned learner. This team member has some experience, but may have low motivation. Member A has now been in this position for several weeks. She has gained some skills, but the reality has hit that she isn't going to make groundbreaking change single-handedly and during her term of service. Her motivation and enthusiasm have dropped. We can also look at a team member who we may call the reluctant contributor. This person may fall in between a D2 and D3 level, having high experience, but low motivation. This team member has now been in the position for several months, and their duties have become old hat. Some days this team member sees the benefits of their contribution, while other days it just seems like work. And finally, we have the peak performer. This team member is at the D4 level, with high experience, and high motivation. This team member has been in their position for a long time, and now has the responsibility of teaching new employees. This person enjoys this task and is effective. You can probably see where this is going. Situational leadership matches the leadership styles we covered in Part 1, to the development levels of team members. We saw the leadership styles identified as S1 through S4. These correspond to development levels D1 through D4. And who should adapt? It's the leader who adapts. For example, a new person joins your team and you're asked to help them through the first few days. You sit them in front of their workstation, show them a pile of invoices that need to be processed today, and then push off to a meeting. They're level D1 level, and you've adopted an S4 leadership style. Everyone loses because the new person feels helpless and demotivated, and you don't get the invoices processed. On the other hand, you're handing over some responsibilities to an experienced colleague before you leave for a holiday. You've listed all the tasks that need to be done, and a set of explicit instructions on how to carry out each one. They're level D4, and you've adopted an S1 leadership style. The work will probably get done, but not the way you expected, and your colleague may resent you for treating them as if they are inexperienced. But swap the situations and things get better. Leave detailed instructions and a checklist for the new person, and they'll thank you for it. Give your colleague a quick chat and a few notes before you go on holiday, and everything will be fine. And now you can see how the application of situational leadership styles can flow. Keep in mind that the development levels of your team members will not remain in one place. Even the most experienced team member can feel like a beginner when organizational changes occur.